You might notice that the time is very different. I went down one approach and I didn't like it, so I'm kind of starting over. Sometimes you have to just know when it's time to start over. Okay, so I've duplicated our character. I'm just going to move that into a hidden group, just so we can see the progress of our different versions. Alright, I want to start with the feet first, even though that's what I've been working on all day. I think I have a better approach at it now that I've done it once. Alright, let's get started. I'm going to hide the side view, unhide the boots, because that's... so if I open up 2 panel, go into the right view, 4... Alright, so the upper body is very different, but you can see that the lower body is about the same. So if I select these vertices, you'll see that they line up pretty well right there. Okay, so my first approach at this was terrible. So I need to have a line above the boot, and I will insert that in a second. So I'm going to rotate this and move it down here. You might notice that might get a little hard to see, so I'm just going to delete that half. Okay, so I've got this right in the middle of that line. So I'm going to increase in size and then pull these front and forward ones a bit over here. I'm going to take this line and I'm going to move it down. I'm going to scale it down, move it up just a little bit, scale it out just a little. Okay. What I want to do is insert an edge loop here, and I kind of want to make this more flat. What? Why is it doing both? That's weird. Vertex. Oh, because I had those vertices selected. Okay. So this edge right here follows this pattern right here. So essentially I can just take this and cut through and then go up and around. And then this one, oops, I'm going to start back here and go down. Alright, I don't want to add too much because that can cause problems. I need another line here, so I'm going to go here. Remember, this is the knee, so I don't want to really mess with that yet. So I'll come down here and maybe go there. Alright. I need to move these vertices. Whoops. So that needs to go over that way. That's about where it needs to be. This one can come down. So, might be a good idea to actually finish those loops. Come down a little. Go back. And connect it up there. Do the same thing down here. So connect those. Go about there. And down there. I can squish these. Move those back here. Yeah, already this is a much better approach. I kept wanting to add these lines first, but that just wasn't working for me. I need to add that equivalent line right here. About right there, right there. Squish those together, move them down, move these back, move that forward a bit. Flatten these, move them back here, get these ones down here. Yeah, don't be afraid to restart if you need to, or just go back to like a previous saved version, because you can actually save yourself a lot of work. I spent a long time trying to make what I had just done work, and it just wasn't working. So don't be afraid to change as you need. Okay, I go about there. And then from here, I want to go forward and then over in the perspective, just kind of continue it down right there. Okay, and don't forget to move your vertices forward. Why are these not? One of them was not selected. All right. Okay, so that's looking pretty decent so far. Let's check this with the front view. Front view. Just need to scale these in to the appropriate size. Move that over. So what's happening here is that the front vertex is no longer in the front, so this is actually like shifting over to the right. It's actually going to be shifting a lot. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm selecting these faces and I'm going to color them. So I'm going to assign a new material, Lambert, open up my Hypershade, Lambert 2, change that to blue. Then I'm going to take this, and then same on the other side. I'm going to change it to a different color, so assign new material, Lambert, change it to red, but let's make it darker. Selecting all of these. We'll make these another color. Assign new material, Lambert, color. Let's make it yellow. And we'll make that another color. So right click, assign new material, Lambert, color, go pink, make it a little darker so it doesn't hurt on the eyes too much. Alright, I'm going to save this. As you can see, I have 13 versions. I'm going from 8 to 14. So I'm going to override everything essentially that I just did earlier for this new method. Alright, let's bring that vertex in. Just trying to smooth it out a little bit. Bring it over. Over. And over. Okay. So there's a couple approaches to this. Well, here, let me fix up here. Pull that back. Alright, let's get this a little more precise. Pull out the modeling toolkit, multi-cut. We're going to go from here to here on both sides. So from here to here. Select them both, scale them in, move them over, Really just want to follow this line through. Scale them if you see something different about them. Move it up. Move it out. Okay, cool. So we've got that. What are these two? Are those the same but on different sides? Yes, they are. Let's flatten them. Get them in the same place. These should actually go like much forward. Same with these two. Okay, so I'm missing something here. And if I have that triangle on the other side, which I do, so I can take this. Well, I can actually go there with it. So this edge that we have here, it's a little weird. Okay, that feels a little better. But I think we needed it for earlier so that I could actually make this. So this is going down really low. So what I want to do is take the multi-cut, go from this way, around, this way. Okay, so this is going like this, so this is going to kind of come down a bit, forward and around. We're going to follow it on this side. Oops. Want to make it go there. Connect it all the way around. Okay, let's make sure that I move my vertices around. So you add a line and you make sure you place your vertices proper. Okay, this is already like 20 times better than what I was previously trying to do. What I failed to do in the other versions is I created the details before I got the overall shape in, so it just wasn't working for me. Alright, so I got this. I've got a triangle down here. We'll need to fix that later. Sign existing. Lambert 3. That should be red. Yep. Okay. Really, that's just there for me so that I can figure out what goes where. Alright. Let's take this vertex now. Move it in and up a little. Down. Okay, so since I have this triangle, I can do two things. I can either like connect it around this way, I can connect it around this way. Okay, I guess three. Or I can kind of connect it around that way. I'm gonna keep that triangle there for now. So let's go to the overall shape. Again, select these two, move that to where it needs to be. Okay, these are all falling in line. Okay, right here we're missing something. We need another loop up here. What we can do is I'm just trying to think of how I want to do this. I think I want to go this way. Follow this edge all the way around. Coming through there. Okay, so I'm going to come over here. I'm going to connect those two triangles to each other. Then we have a triangle and a five-sided pair. And over here we have a triangle and a five-sided pair, which works out pretty great for us. Okay. Let's move those back to where they need to be. Let's move these to where they need to be. Gonna move those in and then down. Select those two. Move them forward a bit. Scale them in. Select your vertices, scale them, move them, if your mouse allows you to. Come on, there we go. Move them. This looks good in the side view, looks pretty decent in the front view, but there's some weird stuff going on in the perspective. This line we probably want to keep nice and close to this band. Okay. I do feel like these legs are at an angle. Might need to fix it later. Alright. So we've got this top part good. I don't want to do that again, so let's save it. Save as, continue. Okay, let's move to the next part of the foot, which... Let's get this bottom part solved before doing this. I think that is what killed me the first time. Alright, I'm going to select all these bottom faces. I'm going to flatten them. Going to move them down to about right there. Eventually we'll get the sole of the boot, or the, like this bottom part. Let's go to the bottom view. Vertex. Just kind of want to make sure that these are all doing what I want them to do. This one kind of comes in, forward, right. So I need to do a line here, so I've got that. I need to do a line here, I've got that. And I need to have this line right here, followed by a line right there. So let me get this line in. Alright, got that line in. 3-sided, 5-sided. Looking for other 5-sided, but there's no 3-sided pair. Here's a 3-sided, 5-sided. So this needs to come down into here. Well, here, it actually goes right there. Let me get rid of this, this. Okay, so from here to here, to here, to here. Okay, so I got that. So this is a pole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sometimes it's a diamond instead of a pole. Depends on what your foot will look like. So this I want to come and cut through potentially here. Does that look right? I think so. And then from here it goes up. Into one of these lines. Let's go that way. Right there. Move this over. So this is 1, 2, 3. The other side is fine. So I kind of want to bring these down so that they match the flow of the boot. Take all 3 of those, move them down. It can get quite confusing, so just kind of be prepared. This needs to go down further. Right there. Kind of want to come down here. Add that, fix the bottom here. that. Merge vertices. Pull this guy out. So is this solved? In my reference photos, you can see that these are kind of a little more rounded than what I have. So I can bring them up just a little bit. So I want to make an edge loop right there. Mesh tools, insert edge loop. I want to throw it right about there. Maybe pull that down just a smidge. I should also throw an edge loop here. But I want to reverse it. I want to make it go that way. There we go. That's looking a little better. Got my pole. Okay, I think, with the exception of the heel, I have the foot mostly solved. There should be, this needs to connect around. Something seems a little off. Let me just kind of reconstruct this. It's the way that I did this. Alright, so vertex mode, select all, delete, multi-cut, so from here, up to here, over, and down. That's what the heel always looks like. This we can go from here to here. pull that in, pull this in, there we go. Something seems a little off. Not quite sure what it is. It's probably going to take you a while for your character. Especially if this is your first character. This is my 8th or 9th. And they're all different. They're all going to have their own challenges. So, yeah. I have a triangle somewhere here. Oh, yeah, right here. Sometimes you'll just have to, ooh, here we go. Triangle and 5-sided. But that's not gonna fix it, because it adds another. There we go. Okay, so with the exception of these triangles, this is all solved. Let's do the details of the shoe in the next video.